It's definitely different now that it's over.
So I started spending my entire summers making videos, and YouTube wasn't around yet, so I tried summers trying to put it on MySpace.
It's the annual migration of the food trucks. I think I'm having some sort of quarter-life online video crisis. I'm trying to twerk and I'm only sharing cute cat videos. I've turned into Facebook. So I've just finished attending my 7th VidCon. It has grown exponentially every single year that I've come to this. And it's humbling to know that I am a part of such engaged and interesting and innovative creators. That being said, I definitely feel like I'm constantly on the outside looking in. I have now been making consistent YouTube videos for like just over 6 years at this point. And it's easy to see through that time that maybe it's never gonna get better. More on that a little bit later. At VidCon, YouTube announced a bunch of new features that we can expect over the coming year. A lot of them have to deal with support. Now there is this sort of tiered system that is in place where if you have 0 to 1,000 subscribers, you can get a certain type of support, and it gets layered on with more and more benefits as you kind of go up the chain. What I really appreciate out of that, though, is that someone who does have under 1,000 subscribers currently is I can still get in contact with an actual human being, and they can help me out through issues with my channel or advice or different ways on how to manage frustrations that inevitably pop up on this website. As far as VidCon goes, it is expanding to have more conferences, very similar to how PAX has conferences all around the world. We're now going to get one over in Amsterdam, we're going to get one in Sydney, Australia. There is just this explosion of creators and content on the website that it requires a global reach. For me specifically, I think the biggest thing that I took away was how much different creators were urging people to diversify. There's no denying that YouTube is the big behemoth. It is the place where majority of people are going to find the content that they're looking for. But if we're only putting our eggs in that one basket, then you're setting yourself up to fail. And honestly, egg basket videos currently, terrible watch time. What they were mentioning was the fact that we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Musical.ly now, Snapchat is a big up and coming one, that if we're not using those as well to outreach to people that might not be searching things specifically on YouTube, then we're cutting off a huge chunk of our audience. This really does not apply to the people who are just doing this for fun. Just keep doing it for fun, because really that's another piece of advice that a bunch of creators gave, which is you kind of have to love the content that you're creating, because if you're not, that bleeds through the camera and people can really pick up on the fact that you're phoning it in. One of my favorite keynote speakers, Jack Conte, the head of Patreon and the band Pomplamoose, was saying that when you start to get bogged down as a creator, you start off by being like, I want to create stuff and I want to share this stuff with people, and then you very soon get bogged down with well, I have to upload on Tuesdays at 1 because my audience seems to watch more videos if I upload at 1 o'clock, and that's good for watch time, and that does this. You become almost like you don't want to create anything because you just don't want to deal with the business side of things, because it just makes you want to vomit every time you push record on your camera. Have fun, make content that you love, and just use all of the available platforms that are available to you. The thing that got to me was this, is that I've, like I said, been doing this for just over 6 years. I'm really not in the core demographic of what people want to watch on YouTube. I'm older than the average YouTuber. I'm not really making content that people really want to share with others, at least not yet. And I'm curious if I'm ever gonna really be popular on YouTube ever at all. And is that important? Like, I don't know. Maybe my future is not so much to be in front of the camera as it is to be behind the camera, guiding people, coaching people. I don't know where I want to be yet. All I know is this, is that expect in the upcoming year to have a lot of experimentation thrown at you. Now, I'm not talking like East German fingers on the chalkboard and like razor blades slicing open eyeballs or anything crazy like that. That's next year. It's more so that I know that I've become very safe and I've become very stagnant in the content that I'm producing. Part of the reason why I started doing the Monday kind of fly on the wall vlogs is because it was something different. It was gonna make me do something a little bit new than just sitting in front of a camera and talking, which is what I'm doing here right now, I realize. But there's ideas I have that are floating in my head that I don't know how they're gonna necessarily culminate. I want different styles. I want to push my boundaries a little bit. There's skills that I want to pick up. I feel that if we start to feel safe, if we feel comfortable sometimes in the content that we're producing, then we're not growing as a person. We're not pushing anything forward. Not that every single video needs to do that, but at the same time, for me, I know that I get bored really easily. And after I feel like I've mastered something, I kind of need the next challenge to be thrown at me. And I think I really realized at this conference this year that I need to be energized again. I need to re-energize myself to get to that next level. So hopefully you enjoy the ride, because it's gonna get a little bumpy. My name is Kyle. Thank you so much for watching. I upload videos every Monday and Thursday. I also sort of co-host a podcast. The link to that and all of my social media, including Snapchat, is down in the description below. What do you think the future of online video holds? Let me know down in the comments, a place where I'll always like it if you leave a comment, but I don't have to subscribe to it.